poll.
Hi there.
Hey.
Good. I'm Audie.
Introduce yourself. say
Audie
what
Harrison. Uncle Grandpa.
Pete?
He's chatting away.
See ya.
What
up?
So yeah, we're on Uncle Grandpa.
Uncle Grandpa, Cartoon Network. We're here. We're doing it. That's how much synergy.
That's
we
how we're
have.
doing
Yeah.
it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what inspired Uncle Grandpa?
Well, it's basically based on Pete, the creator, who's over there right now. It's kind of based on his dad, but really what the show's about is a magical uncle and grandpa. He's everyone in the world is magical uncle and grandpa. Travels around the world in an RV that's filled with crazy magic and rooms galore. It's kind of like Pee-wee's Playhouse.
It's cool. The RV kind of just goes forever too. Like
It's just
there's
always
no-
on the road. They're always yeah.
Yeah, and you go in and like you'll open a refrigerator and all of a sudden there's like a portal to like a weird underwater world
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, it's really cool.
And he goes around helping people. He's kind of like a dim-witted magical Santa Claus, you know. But he's also like, he has a belly bag or a fanny pack that we call belly bag because we can't actually say fanny pack.
My fanny pack is
Trademark, huh?
There's that.
the
and
Fanny Corporation.
Yeah.
It's not letting
The
anyone-
Fanny family from way back in the
I think
1800s.
In Europe, fanny actually means something a little more than just behind.
Naughty.
Right.
Yes, so we had
Prison
to
wallet.
skirt that issue. But yeah, so they travel around helping kids with problems or just having wacky adventures with Pizza Steve. Who plays Pizza Steve.
Pizza Steve. It's really a dream role for me because I got to play a piece of pizza with sunglasses on it, and he's just sort of an egomaniac. So they're like, "Who can we find that's
Yeah.
a total maniac?"
Adam just stepped right into
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Seamless transition.
Does anyone ever try to eat Pizza Steve? Ever?
There's been a few instances. Yeah, he always kind of gets away.
Pizza
but,
Steve also loves pizza. He's a cannibal, so
Yeah.
So there's a lot of
That brings some layers to
yeah.
it.
There's
Some
there's layers.
deep-seatedness to it.
Sometimes he locks the door and he's just in there with a few boxes of pizza for like a
really
week.
going
Uncle
to town.
Grandpa's just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Yeah.
Using his tears.
Yeah. Don't do it, Pizza Steve.
Is that the Pizza Steve voice right there?
No, that's the Uncle Grandpa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pizza Steve just kind of talks like this. It's weird. I bet I look like such an idiot while recording it because I truly just do.
You really get into
He
it.
looks
Yeah.
like a piece of pizza.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
weird,
human
the
pizza is what it
transformation
looks like.
that occurs.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the show is super cartoony and
The artwork's really cool too. I'm really stoked with how everything's turning out. It's kind of Ren and Stimpy-esque, is that?
yeah,
Oh,
Ren and
right on.
Stimpy, and even going back to like Warner Brothers cartoons
Yeah.
and Tex Avery and stuff. It gets really wacky.
It's
you
cool.
know?
It looks like it's a little edgy, a little raw.
It's like a little bit of an underground comic inspiration.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's not like how some cartoons now are just so clean looking, where it looks like a piece of plastic, like glossy. This is like it looks like a cool older like '90s cartoon. Where you're like, that's right.
So is each episode like one shot?
One shot.
Or is it like, excuse me, sorry, is it going to be
What
like...
do you mean?
I'm sorry.
Wait, what are you
use-
talking
Can you use
about?
technical terms?
Yeah,
It's like Alfred Hitchcock's Rope. It's like
Yeah.
no cuts.
yeah, there's no cuts in it.
Yeah, it's super experimental.
ongoing story, or is it...
Oh no, it's pretty.
Episodic.
Yeah, we reset the clock every episode pretty much. So
And it's cool. They do little like shorts at the end of some episodes as well.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
yeah, we're breaking up the format. So like you'll have like a 7-minute cartoon with Uncle Grandpa and the gang, but then you'll have like a short with like Very Nice and Hot Dog Person. It's not even related to
Very Nice and the hot
Very
dog?
Nice. It's a bear and a hot dog, and
Oh
they
my god.
they it's actually called New Experiences with Very Nice and Hot
gonna be
Dog
my new
Person. So
favorite
they
show.
try something for the first time, and it always goes wrong, terribly wrong, especially for Hot Dog Person. But that's just one of the. But sometimes it'll be a short with the main characters, but half the time it's like a whole new concept. So we're able to.
It's pretty
experiments
cool.
a lot.
Right. That's
Yeah.
cool.
New ideas
That's really
and
cool.
new
And
characters.
this premieres next year.
In the fall.
In the fall. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll set my DVR right now.
Yeah.
Pretty rad. Uncle Cheap Paw, baby.
Yeah. It's cool.
For the older people, it's gonna be a little nostalgic in time. So I mean, definitely good.
Yeah, I think that's what I liked about it so much. It was like, oh, this would be a cartoon that I would watch. It's like, you know how like Adventure Time, you're like, it's for kids, but then you watch it and you're like, yeah, I dig this. It was a good story. The characters are funny. The artwork's cool. And this has the same sort of vibe.
Yeah.
So.
Was there like a favorite episode that you guys had, or was there like a favorite phrase or something like that specific with the show that's like
Oh,
your
well,
favorite thing?
Well, Uncle Grandpa's phrase, "Good morning."
Yeah.
That's going to be the catchphrase
Yeah,
of
it really is.
next generation.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The way he does it too, it's just like, good morning, good morning. Yeah. It's so funny.
Yeah.
And
He'll
it
say
gets
it at
stuck in
night or
there.
anytime. Anytime he sees somebody, it's
Yeah.
good morning.
Yeah, he does not know what time of day it is.
No, he does not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Is it set on like a weirdo Earth, or is it?
It's set in the normal cartoon.
Okay.
This Pete is the
Hey, Pete, guys.
How's it
How's
going?
it going?
voice of Uncle Grandpa. We're just
right.
doing your
Yeah. What do you guys want to know?
Yeah, let's hear good morning.
Good morning. How's everybody doing today? I'm here with my good friend Pizza Steve,
Pizza
my
Steve.
creative director Audie Harrison, and
Audie Harrison.
we're enjoying San Diego today.
Yeah. I did my Audie Harrison impression.
Yeah, it was good. Spot on.
I'm working on
Yeah, that
it.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the animation of the faces when he did the voices, like you're very like down, you're like okay, and then you like your eyes go down. It's
Yeah,
awesome
yeah,
to see
yeah.
that. Like we don't get to
Go
see that
full-
I know
through
it's
the
really,
cartoon.
yeah, it's really
Full
interesting.
grandpa, full Uncle Grandpa.
You never go full.
So I gotta go to my place, you know, like my method is to go to my, put those two things together.
It is weird, like, we'll shoot sometimes early in the mornings, and I'm not a morning person. So I'll get there and just like chug coffee right when I get in. And I think these guys know by this point, they know that it takes me a little bit to get going.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
all right, so we'll just do this very easy part first, and then I'll pick up speed, and I'll be
Yeah,
good
once
about 10
the
minutes in.
caffeine kicks in, you're
Yeah.
like you're pretty amped
Yeah,
up,
and then
Yeah.
I can do
Can
it.
he
But then
knows?
you show up and you're like, what is the voice? Like, it's like, hey, what's up? I'm Pizza Steve. And you're like, no, that's just your voice.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
You do have a Pizza Steve voice, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also when we're doing the voices, we kind of like have certain like words. Like I say "good morning" to sort of get the voice and get into the
Yeah.
character and like get the energy up. And he always says "Pizza Steve." Yeah. When right before we sort of do takes and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I learned that from you. I didn't
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
was.
And I learned that from another voice actor.
Yeah.
You know, like. I was like, oh, that's a great sort of just fast, easy way technique to sort of get get into character, get going. Because we record a whole show in like under 4 hours. So
How many episodes are going to be in the season?
we're doing 26 half hours.
Oh,
So
wow.
50, there'll be 52 11-minute stories. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
stories.
And also within that, we're actually breaking format where typically 11-minute cartoon on Cartoon Network is just one story for the 11 minutes. We have like 2 stories in every one where we're doing like a 7 to 9 minute story and then like a short that
Yeah.
sort of fills it out. You guys
Yeah,
already
we'll
talked
talk
about that.
about
Okay. Yeah. So
But
it's
yeah,
kind
it's
of
really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool, and you get to sort of experiment with the types of stories you tell and
What-
come up with new characters and stuff to just try out.
Yeah.
It must be a really fun show to write as well, because you guys can really go
Yeah.
any direction.
It is. It also can be challenging because we've like made it like, oh, we don't really have any rules. So then
So there's no
Yeah.
guidelines.
Yeah. So sometimes you like, oh, that's against character, and you're like, well,
Or is it? Yeah.
Or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
What motivated you to do the shorts? Like, why do a story and then like the short after? Is there anything specific?
I kind of like telling shorter stories. I think it's sort of it plays to my strengths as a storyteller, and also like I really like the idea of experimenting. Like we created like totally new characters that are like not even part of sort of the Uncle Grandpa universe. To just experiment and see what you come up with, and we get to play with. We like do certain shorts in different styles. Like we'll actually like art direct the whole look of a short that looks like something from a whole nother show, just to have fun. And
That's
experiment.
cool.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Any specific like inspiration that brought you to Uncle Grandpa?
Probably just stuff that I grew up with, like '90s cartoons and old cartoons too. Like I watched a lot of old Warner Brothers and Chuck Jones and Tex Avery cartoons, stuff like that.
Comes together.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, pretty rad.
Yeah.
So last question: where are you guys partying tonight, and can we come?
Yeah.
And do you have extra passes?
Yeah. Many more passes. Yeah. I'm actually going home tonight.
Okay, I'll meet you there.
Yeah. Come on over, man. I got an 8.5-month-old baby you can hang out with.
Yeah, cold.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks guys. Awesome.
Yeah.
See you guys.
See you, buddy.
Cool. Thanks.
Adam, can we do a Vine?